This chapter has two movements. Job speaks briefly and God speaks again decisively, okay? After chapters of divine questioning, Job finally answers. And what does he say? Almost nothing, okay? I am unworthy. How can I reply to you? I put my hand over my mouth. Key details: Job does not confess hidden sin. Job does not retract his integrity. Job does not argue anymore. He says, I spoke once, twice, but I'll say no more. This is not defeat. This is recognition of scale. And Job realizes I was not wrong to speak, but I was too small to conclude. God speaks again, still from the whirlwind. Would you discredit my justice? Would you condemn me to justify yourself? This is the heart of the issue, okay? Because God is not angry that Job questioned. God challenges the implication of Job protests, okay? Defending personal innocence must not slide into accusing God of injustice. Then God now challenges Job directly. Can you clothe yourself in majesty? Can you humble the proud? Can you execute justice universally? Can you save yourself? God says, then I myself will admit to you that your own right hand can save you. Justice at cosmic scale requires divine power, not moral correctness alone, right? So then God introduces Behemoth, a creature of immense strength, okay? Descriptions include massive physical power, bones like bronze, strength in loins and belly, fearlessness, immovability, okay? The key line is this: he is the first of the works of God. Only his maker can approach him with the sword, okay? Interpretation matters less than the point. Some forces in creation are intentionally beyond human control, okay? What God is teaching here: God is not saying you are evil, your suffering was deserved, or stop thinking. God is actually saying moral clarity does not equal cosmic authority. Questioning is allowed. Final judgment requires power you do not have. Trust must replace conclusion, okay? What are the key lessons from this chapter? First one is silence can be the highest wisdom. Second lesson, personal innocence does not grant cosmic authority. Third lesson, justice requires power as well as righteousness. Fourth lesson, some realities are beyond human management. Fifth lesson, God corrects implication and honesty. Okay, so summarizing, Job finally responds to God, not with argument, but with humility and silence. He acknowledges his limits and stops pressing for answers. God then confronts the deeper issue, whether Job, in defending his innocence, has implied that God is unjust. By challenging Job to wield divine power and execute universal justice, God shows that moral insight alone is insufficient to govern reality. The introduction of Behemoth reinforces the lesson that some forces in creation exist beyond human control and understanding. The chapter marks the transition from debate to surrender, not surrender of truth, but surrender of scale. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.